Hi, Nicole, I just wanted to ask, when you sculpt a person, how do you pick at what age you're going to show them as? Because I think it's very often you sculpt a bust or whatever, but of a person when they have got really like older maybe. So do you look for the iconic image or do you try to look for the younger version of the person?
It's interesting. I look at the young, the middle of the age, and the last one.
Oh, okay, all over.
Yeah, because when you can see already in the face of a young person where the lines are going to go and where the bone structure is and will disappear little by little. So I think it's very important to look at the progression of a face, and then I decide which period of their life I want to show, and it's completely subjective.
But that's a huge responsibility because you kind of fix them for all time in that image, you know?
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Wow, yeah. Congratulations, you have the courage.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Nicole?
Nicole, I'd like to ask, if you were practicing fashion today, how would you feel about creating collections which are much more inclusive for all the sizes as you've approached your sculpture?
The thing is, I never think about fashion anymore, it's a page I turned and I don't even dream of revisiting. I had a wonderful time while I was a fashion designer, but my concentration is so much towards sculpture that I don't think I could even invent something now. I still have a certain taste, obviously, and I have a young cousin who makes her clothes, who has a store in Paris, and she manufactures in India. And sometimes I see something that I find interesting, and I send her the photo, or I make a little drawing for her. But it's not, I can't say I'm thinking what would people want to wear today. I know that I only want to wear what I used to do, which is maybe not right. But I don't want to change the style I have kept all my life. And I think if I was to design today, I would design exactly what I used to do. So I haven't moved in my ideas.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any other questions? It's one more. And two more.
Hi Nicole, it was very interesting to listen to your story with fashion and transitioning to sculpture. I would like to ask you, there would have been many challenges that you have faced during your time doing fashion and then transitioning to sculpture. What was the challenges that you have come across, and how did you face it? And
as a woman in a career that has been
Yeah.
What are the challenges that from fashion to sculpture, being a woman in a very competitive industry?
I think because I was quite well known as a fashion designer, when I started sculpting openly, that people came and say, "Oh, I'm going to give you a show," it was not because they liked so much what I was doing, but it was because they liked who I was at the time. And I think what was most important for me is not to be seen and liked as a fashion designer who is sculpting, but as a sculptor. And for people to forget my other life, but to be known for what I'm doing now, that is my aim. And that's more difficult.
Yeah. So basically what you are saying is to focus on what you are doing and you can overcome all whatever the challenges that you face.
hear you.
So just focus on what you're doing, live in the moment, live in the now, and make the best of it.
Of course, yes.
Thank you very much.
Try harder, always. Make it better.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I think we have one more question over there.
Hi, I want to know when you were designing, first do you select the fabric and then design, or you do the design and then select the fabric? Which one is, now when you design you feel like what kind of fabric will suit this? Or which one do you select first?
So in your career as a fashion designer, would you select the fabric and then decide the silhouette, or was it the sketch and the fabric?
A bit of both. I would look for fabric, but I have had in mind the kind of shape I wanted to do. So I was also looking for fabric to suit the shapes I was going to do. So, and sometimes it was fabric on their own that attracted me, and then I would design towards the fabric. So a bit of both, really.
Of both. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I think do we have time for one more question, or we're done? One more. Shamali, I think you wanted to. Pause.
She wants to show the folds. Yeah, it's good. There is a...
Any other questions while we prepare for folds? Yeah. Oh, there's one question over there.
Hi, Nicole. And it's just for clarification. When it comes to photography, we try to bring perfection in photographs. I mean, comparing to the real person, we bring the perfections. So, is that so happening in the sculpture, or do you have the courage to bring the imperfection to the sculpture?
Photography showcases a lot of perfection, and people want to achieve perfection in their imagery. Do you feel that in sculpture?
I think I'm so totally against perfection, because if you achieve it ever, what's next? So I think let's not be perfect, and let's not do anything perfect, because then you have to want to do something better. But I have never achieved perfection in my life. Maybe in my marriage.
Which is awesome.